What's going on, everyone? Conservative Video Dipper here. If you got a dip, pack a frickin' lip. Dip tobacco is not a safer alternative to cigarettes, vape, nicotine, or any dip tobacco or nicotine product. If you are the age of 18 or under 18, we do not recommend that you dip, smoke, vape, or use any nicotine or tobacco product or watch any of these videos. If you are the age of 21 or older, you can dip, smoke, vape, or use any nicotine or tobacco product or watch any of these videos at your own risk. Mileage may vary. We are not sponsored or endorsed by any dip tobacco product or any company that you may see or hear in this video today. So if you got a dip, pack a lip, we are going to be talking about Cougar. Rawr. And no, we're not talking about the older women looking for younger men cougars. Okay, so chill out, men. Alright, chill out. We're talking about the Cougar dip. Cougar long cut wintergreen, by the way. Alright. That's a great way to start a video. Hey, he's talking about older women looking for younger men. Yay! No. Cougar. But I'm going to be dipping Cougar while kind of doing a little bit of the difference in comparison to Cougar and Grizzly. Now, real quick before we get started, I do want to remind you both, or all of you, not both, I don't know why I'm saying this, all of you, that Cougar and Grizzly are both made from the American Snuff Company. They are both 70-30, 70% U.S. tobacco, 30% imported tobacco. And so Cougar and Grizzly and Kodiak are all made from the same company. But we're not going to be talking about Kodiak because Kodiak really is not going to be part of this conversation. It's just going to be between these two because these two will have more of a somewhat similarity to each other than Kodiak, I believe. These two will have the most similarities. So, let's go for it. Alright, first, the can. Cougar Long Cut Wintergreen. As always, Cougar, you got that Cougar just staring at you. Cougar has a really good can. I love their cans. I really do love their cans. Their cans are just absolutely beautiful. Basically, just their regular cans. I went through halfway through this dip already, so I'm sorry. So I will do the best I can with the review before I get into the pinch part. So here's the packability. Pretty good, not too bad. So when it comes to like the packability compared to Grizzly, I feel like Grizzly and Cougar kind of almost have a little bit of the same similarity of the packability. Almost. In my opinion, I feel like Cougar can be very much the same, but of course you're all probably going to say, well, of course conservative, because they're the same company, they're 70-30, you know, they're made from American Snuff Company, they're from the same company as Grizzly, Cougar, and Kodiak. They're all made from the same company, so yeah, of course, they're going to be from the same company and probably made with the same tobacco. So, no shit, Sherlock. But, here's the thing about this, though, that I want to have everyone keep in mind, though. When it comes to the packability, some dips can be very different. They can differentiate because some can be a little bit better than others, some can be worse than others, and some can just be more kind of vanilla than others. But I feel like Kodiak and Grizzly do have kind of the similarities because they kind of are like brothers and sisters to each other a little bit more. So that's why. I feel like they're more similar to each other than Kodiak. That's why I said Kodiak's not going to really be part of the conversation, because Cougar and Grizzly both kind of can relate to each other more. The smell. Now, if anyone smelled the Cougar, you're going to know instantly Cougar. It's gonna be like, wow. Cougar's going to be hitting hard with the artificial flavor. Grizzly, you can smell the artificial flavor, but it's like not pungent. It doesn't feel like it hits you hard as Cougar does. Excuse me, I almost said Kodiak. Cougar kind of does hit you a little bit harder with the pungent artificial smell. Grizzly kind of doesn't. Now, Cougar and Kodiak both kind of do all have that artificial smell. Kodiak kind of does hit you a little bit with that artificial smell, but I don't, last time I had it, I remember it wasn't really that pungent. It wasn't as strong as like Cougar. It was kind of just more like Kodiak being kind of like Cougar, just really mellow and kind of not really too intense. Cougar was kind of more intense than Kodiak and Grizzly. So out of all of the others, I think Cougar, yeah, really was the kind of like the wild child of the family, if you want to think about it that way. So, yeah. Cougar's pretty much got the wild strength of it, of the whole bunch. And it's okay to me. I notice it. I'm there for it. I'm fine with it. Some people don't like it. They're just like, I don't like it. It's a little too much for me. And that's okay. Some people will whine about it. The pinchability. This is the pinchability that I get. Oh, nerves. And I'm having to hold my can underneath because I don't want to lose anything. But yeah, this is the pinchability. It's okay. It's not bad. Now, if I was going to compare to Grizzly, I'd say Grizzly's not bad, because Grizzly does have a tendency to kind of end up flaking off a little bit. So does Cougar. I've had a few times where like these kind of flaked off a little, like it's doing right now. But it's not too bad. It's okay. So, cheers. And one thing you will notice, other than just the little bitty things with Cougar, is how Cougar does take a little bit to get used to for some people. And there is one thing that also that is the reason for it. Wait for it. The burn. Yesterday I noticed a little bit of a burn with Cougar, and like today it's kind of not really burning as much. I'm getting hiccups, probably because I'm dipping too much. This is my second dip, by the way. Some people say that Cougar does have a little bit slight burn to it. I noticed that a little bit yesterday with Cougar. Grizzly doesn't have it. Grizzly doesn't have that burn. I noticed that because for me it was something that's not really prevalent in Grizzly's case. When I started dipping Grizzly more and more and more, I just noticed that Grizzly kind of was just more of a, it's gonna buzz you more. It's not gonna give you that burn. Cougar's kind of more of a, I want to burn a little bit, but I want to buzz you, but I want to give you a little bit of that both satisfaction of a little burn, but a little buzz. And it kind of gives you everything that, I'm trying to think of how to really describe this. There's a really good, it kind of flourishes in being unique. It just has a really good way of, it likes to be not organic, it's just unique in its own very specific way. And the Spitability, by the way, is motor oil, which I do like coming from Cougar. I've had Cougar before. I've never talked shit about Cougar. I love Cougar. Cougar Wintergreen is a great dip. They will always be one of my favorite dips. Because, again, that burn. That burn, to me, I love it. I enjoy that little bitty burn. Again, some people don't like that burn. I feel like that itty bitty burn gives me kind of a reminder of that's what some dips are, and what some dips really should feel like when they are good dips. Because some dips do need to give off a good burn, especially when they are really, really good. And especially a good wintergreen dip. You want some wintergreen dips to give a good burn. And sadly, Grizzly will not do that to you. The buzzability. I'm starting to kind of feel buzzed already because, well, I already dipped Grizzly. But Cougar will buzz you, but it's kind of a slow reach buzz. But not bad. It's not going to be right again in your face. Grizzly will be right up in your face, like right when you pop it in. You'll be like, oh, shit. Cougar just kind of, sometimes it takes a little bit and it gives you that little bitty ride. I like that. Sometimes you don't want to have a really quick, fast buzz. Sometimes you kind of just want to hang on just for a little bit. You want to have your dip hanging there. And you just want your dip to just not give you that few-minute ride. And you just kind of want to enjoy the flavor. Which, by the way, I do notice the artificial flavor when I'm spitting it. It's not bad. It's not like it's giving off a bad artificial flavor. It's more kind of a very strong. I'm trying to think of how I would describe it. It's not like Grizzly. It's not comparable to Grizzly, because Grizzly, it's a little bit stronger than Grizzly. Like I said, in strength with the smell, but the burn, it's strong. So it's there, but it's not. It's not like a Grizzly type wintergreen. It's kind of a a very unique, its own wintergreen. It's an artificial wintergreen. Holy shit, and I'm buzzing. It's buzzing me. Whee! It's buzzing me now. And I'm feeling it. I mean, I'm liking it. It's grabbing me. And I'm enjoying it. This is kind of a little bit more enjoyable than what Grizzly kind of typically does. Grizzly, it just grabs you, like, unconsensually. This is like, okay, you consented now. I'm now gonna do what I do. All in all, I think technically Grizzly's a really good dip. I like Grizzly, don't get me wrong. I stand with Grizzly. I think Grizzly has always been there for me. And I love Grizzly. But, you know, like once in a while, if I kind of get burned out with Grizzly, I probably would go with Cougar. I would switch over to Cougar. Because, honestly, with Cougar being a dip that I have had a lot of, or I've had before in my time, and I know Cougar very well, I love that burn, I love that flavor, I love the buzz, I love just the aroma, the pinchability, okay. Again, the pinchability and the packability is kind of like Grizzly, but it could be better. I think, honestly, I would say Cougar is a dip that I would say definitely go out and get it. A 10 for 10. That's just my opinion. It's really, really a good dip. I recommend it. They are made, again, from the same company that makes Grizzly, Cougar, and Kodiak. They are from all the same company. Really, really good company. American Snuff Company really doesn't fail. I've never had a problem with any American Snuff Company product whatsoever. And I'm sitting here and the dip is just like not even really moving around very much. It's sticking to right where my pocket is. It's the flavor is still there. The burn is still there. It's there a little bit, and I'm liking it. I just wish Grizzly would do that. I feel like Grizzly could really, honestly, hit the manifesto with that little burn. If they just would have done that with Grizzly, that would have been perfect for Grizzly. And I feel like Cougar is doing exactly what Grizzly what Grizzly really wants to be, but Cougar is what Grizzly wants to be, but Grizzly can't be it. But in some ways, Cougar is kind of what Grizzly wants, you know, what Cougar wants to be, but Cougar can't be in its own way. So there are similarities, and there are things that are differences and similarities that I like about it. I think that Cougar does, to me, last a little bit longer when I'm dipping it. I've noticed, like, Cougar lasts me about 2 hours when I'm dipping it. I can leave this in for more than, like, 2 to 3 hours at least. And then I'm popping it out, and then I'm putting another one in. So, there you go. That's it, you guys. Cougar Lg Wg, go get you some, because Cougar, it's for the youth. I mean, no, it's not for the youth. It's a hell of a good dip. I recommend it. It's a 10 for 10. Really good dip. I like it. I think that Cougar did a fantastic job. And they honestly should be proud that they did a hell of a good job. So, alright guys. Love you. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.